So this is going to be a back and forth, just so it's like a conversation. So you're AI futurist mode, not speaker mode.
We can give that a shot. We can try.
Okay.
It might take a little bit of practice, but we can go for it.
I believe in you. Before we do answer these questions, I want to know what's your idea on how people perceive AI nowadays?
I think that there's a big spread of ideas when it comes to AI because it's kind of a boogeyman that you can hang whatever you want to hang on. It's a representation of massive corporations that are stealing the works of artists, or it's going to be the doom of all humanity, or it's going to be the rapture, and some people are going to go into techno-utopia in the future and others won't. So it's a thing where we really project our own hopes and fears on top of, and so I think it's still a very widespread. And then there are other people that are frankly a little bit how I would self-identify, where it's just a tool that is having a big impact on the economy today and a big tool that allows us to build and create cooler things today. And that's a little bit more of how I productively try to think about it.
All right, so let's proceed to the Google searches. So our first prompt is artificial intelligence. Is artificial intelligence a threat to humans?
Bottom line, we don't know right now. And I'm curious, can you name just off the top of your head, like what percentage chance you would give it?
50?
50-50. Now that's dramatic. Frankly, I think a lot of people are probably thinking about it in those terms. Let's take though somebody who is much more in the AI doomer camp, I would say. So like, people like Stephen Hawking, who's no longer with us, and people like Elon Musk, who is obviously a very polarizing figure, but is inarguably thinks about this stuff a lot. Even Elon Musk, who is much closer to the AI doomer camp, he himself says it is a 90% chance that AI is massively beneficial for humanity. Now, 90%, that still is 10% chance that AI is a net negative. And that is very scary because it could be a very big net negative. And so that's something we want to be treating with a high level of priority. But technology does advance forward. There are ways to regulate and adjust how we use it and how we develop it, but still technology advances forward. And so it's something that we should be proactively engaging with, but not something that trying to put the genie back in the bottle. It doesn't work that way. But if you're asking me, I would say 99% chance it's going to be a massive net positive. One factor that I think is really important that a lot of people don't understand when it comes to quote unquote AI safety as like a subdiscipline is that, in my opinion, the companies that succeed with AI are not going to be companies that try to skip out on AI safety. And it's actually not going to be companies that maybe invest a lot into AI safety as a separate department. It's going to be companies that install AI safety into every level of the organization. So take airplanes. These are some of the most complicated machines that we build, and they have tremendous safety. There's not an airplane safety department. It's that every single department tries to figure out what could go wrong in the wings, in the fins, inside of the cabin pressure. Every single department is making sure that their part is as safe as humanly possible. And it's the same thing with AI. Safety is another way to say it is just control. Can we control the AI? If you prompt the AI and ask for one thing, are you going to get what you want or are you going to get something else? And so AI safety does not contradict AI advancement. In fact, a lot of our advancements in AI are dovetailing with AI safety research. And so I think this is really important that we get the right paradigm when we think about, is it safe for humans? Are we making it safe enough? How do we make it safer?
So is artificial intelligence a threat to human jobs?
I think the paradigm when it comes to AI taking our jobs is a little bit off. I think that AI is not going to take our jobs, but it will take some of our tasks, which really just means our jobs are going to transform. Our jobs are going to look very, very different, but the jobs aren't going to be going away. These are essentially the steam engine for white collar work. What the steam engine was for blue collar work. So the steam engine allowed us to do blue collar work if it was well defined at scale, and AI allows us to do the same thing with white collar work at scale. If the inputs and outputs are clear, AI is a black box, can solve almost about any problem. And so there's a lot of areas where AI is transforming how we work as a net positive for humanity. I think it's going to be creating more productivity while still keeping a very high amount of employment. And it's not going to be taking that many jobs, but it is going to be taking a new skill set. Why would you choose Apollo instead of using LinkedIn? Apollo has a lot more filters that really help you narrow down your target market even further. So I would warn you that if you can get away with using LinkedIn, that you probably should, because LinkedIn has